Hello, hari ni 11 November 2017. Sekarang pukul almost 11. Semua 11. Sekarang dekat ANW, waiting for my cousin. Kita orang nak pergi talk ceramah by Yasmin Mogahed. Is that how you say it? Yasmin Mogahed. I don't Okay, tajuk dia punya ceramah hari ni Umbrella of Darkness. Baca dia punya poin-poin yang akan didiskusikan hari ni, macam best je. So, kita orang kena bayar RM98 untuk ceramah dia daripada pukul 12 sampai pukul 5 petang. Adalah break for lunch. So, I hope it's gonna be worth it lah, because all this time I dah tengok banyak dia punya video dekat YouTube. So, I suka ceramah yang macam tu, yang more to more to your life, more to your spirituality, something like that lah. Bukan just focus on hukum haram halal. You know what I mean? So talk start pukul 12. Sekarang pukul 11. We're going there guna Waze. Dalam half an hour akan sampai. Hopefully parking semua okay. And then yeah.
Really? You sure?
Hello. This is my cousin. Dia sekarang lately asyik kuat makan je, tapi dia ada valid reason, so it's okay.
You don't have to mention that.
Makan apa tu?
This one, curly fries, they said.
Oh, that's nice. So from here lagi 20 minutes. Hopefully sampai, senang dapat parking.
What?
Sekarang dah sampai. Sekarang nak cari dia punya ballroom. What's with the face?
Give life into the dead heart. See, what happens a lot of times when you get your heart broken is that you lose hope. There's nothing that can bring my heart back to life.
Tengok stiker. Yasmin Mogahed. Sebutan dia Mogahed. Tadi I sebut Mogahed. Dapat tempat yang perfect, dekat dengan screen.
You walk into
Lepas tu dekat tepi, senang nak keluar masuk.
Times Square. That was there.
It has actually made them disbelieve in God. Atheists. They disbelieve. They say, you know what? Bad things happen, therefore I don't believe in God. People have left Islam because bad things happened. Understand? They cannot process this question. Why do bad things happen to good people? But Allah and His Messenger have told us how to process this question. And you know what the answer is? Bad things never happen to good people. Bad things never happen to good people. But you're going to be confused and you're going to say, but what about all the calamities? What about all the pain? How can you possibly say that bad things don't happen to good people? But this is exactly what the Prophet ﷺ is confirming. That anything that happens to a believer isn't bad. It just appears bad. Do you understand the difference? There is a difference between, have you guys ever heard that things are not what they seem? Let me just tell you, that may seem like a cliche, but it's the truth. Things are not always what they seem. And in fact, they're usually not what they seem. You may see a person who seems to have everything, right? So happy, right? So happy. And the reality is that person is suffering. Or you may think they have everything they need, but the reality is that they're not happy at all. And then on the other hand, you may see something that seems awful, a terrible thing that happens. And in fact, that event itself, that whatever occurred was in fact good for that person. Have you ever really, really wanted something very badly? Has it ever happened? Want something really badly. You keep asking Allah for it. Keep making dua, begging. Maybe you wake up for tahajjud, right? First time in your life. You woke up for tahajjud. Why? Because you really wanted to marry that person. Right? Be honest. Ooh, be honest. actions are not enough, their worship is not enough to let them get to that level that He wants them to reach. And so He sends them trials. And so He sends them trials so that they can reach that level that they wouldn't otherwise be able to reach through their actions alone. Do you understand the mercy? But this is a different way of understanding. Another reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He sends difficulty is to bring people back. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ. In order for them to come back. A lot of people are lost. And a lot of people have to be shaken in order to come back. If you don't believe me, just look at how many people embrace Islam in prison. How many people embrace Islam in prison? It brought them back, their trial. Sometimes people, when they find out they're sick, or their child is sick, a'udhu billah, or their spouse is sick, or their parents are sick, that's what brings them back. Because now they realize that they are in desperate need of Allah. And so they come back. And you know these stories, that people who started to practice, or started to pray, or started to wear hijab, or repented from their sins when they were hit with calamity. It means to always, no matter what happens, always have a good opinion of Allah. I can't tell you how powerful that is. It means no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're observing, no matter how confused you may be, or how frustrated you may be, or how tired you may be, or how shaken you may be, you always continue to have a good opinion of Allah. You know that Allah is doing what's best for you. You know that Allah is not trying to hurt you. You know that Allah is more merciful to you than your mother is to you. Do you understand what these are? These are fundamental beliefs. And they absolutely revolutionize the way we respond when things happen. Do you get it? Knowing that even though this hurts, wallahi, this is for my own good. This needle is curing me. This needle, if Allah has given it, then I know that it is for my own good. When Hajar was being left in the desert, she only had one question. Do you understand? She's being left in the desert with a baby. No one around, nothing to drink. She's gonna die. I mean, in anyone else's mind, this is certain death. Her husband's leaving, right? She only had one question. You know what it was? Did Allah tell you to do this? Is this from Allah? And he said yes. He told her, he just answered that, yes. And after that, she was okay. After that, she was secure. That's all she needed to know. Is this from Allah? She knew that if it's from Allah, then Allah would take care of her and her child. Do you understand how powerful that is? She didn't panic. She didn't try to, convince him to stay or to take them away, because why? She found out it's from Allah. And she knew that if it's from Allah, this is husn al-dhann billah. This is what it means to have a good opinion of Allah. If Allah brought us here, He'll take care of us. That's it. Done. That is my firm belief. That is tawakkul.
Hello. Okay, sekarang tengah break 1.5 jam. Tadi sorry sebab record video kena sorok-sorok, sebab actually diorang cakap tak boleh record video, but I record sikit-sikit je lah sebab saja nak simpan. Tapi dia kena sorok-sorok sikit lah, so dia punya tu tak nampak sangat. So sekarang tengah break dia dalam 2 jam, 1.5 jam kot. So diorang tengah semayang. So kejap lagi we're gonna have lunch. Lepas tu sambung for the second session. Okay, kat sini boleh cakap kuat sikit. Tadi masa tengah record video tu, tadi cakap perlahan. Masa tengah record video tu kena sorok-sorok sikit sebab actually ikut rules. Sebab kalau ikut rules diorang tak kasi record, tapi nak record lah sikit-sikit, so kena sorok-sorok sikit lah. Lepas tu sekarang tengah break for sejam setengah
I don't know.
What do you know? Okay, break dia dalam sejam setengah kot. Lepas semayang, sekarang beratur nak ambil nasi, lapun gila. We have another 45 minutes to go sebelum start second session. What are you doing? Asal?
Kita ada ni.
Huh?
Takkan yang garang. Salah kan?
Dah habis makan, kita orang pergi nak minum teh ais. Beratur lagi sekali. Dah nak semua minum teh ais. Macam sedap je. Okay. Besar gila.
Right? Because what's the point? I'm just being a hypocrite. Sound familiar? Right? I'm just being a hypocrite. I'm wearing this hijab because I'm worried about what people are going to think if I take it off. But the reality is that I'm so far from Allah, or I'm not doing these things, I'm not praying, or I'm committing this other sin. So why don't I just take it off? Until I can rectify myself. These are all deceptions of shaitan. What he tells you is, if you can't be perfect, then just don't try at all. That's the trick. If you can't be perfect, then do nothing. Give it all up. That's not how Allah works. That's not how Allah works. Allah never said all or none. It's not all or none with Allah. Do you know that Allah, He looks for any goodness in us to reward us for it. He looks for any goodness in our actions to multiply them. That's how Allah works. So we should never think that one deed doesn't matter. We might as well give it up. We never know which deed will take us to Jannah. Do you understand? And it may be the fact that that person was persistent in their hijab, even when they didn't feel like they were good enough. You never know which deed, no matter how small, could be what Allah accepts from you, and because of it, forgives you for the other sins. Do you see? So no one should ever fall into this trap of thinking, because I'm messing up over here, I should give up this good thing I'm doing. That is a trick of shaitan. And it's about despair. He wants to implant despair in our hearts. To give up on the hope in Allah. To give up on the mercy. So this internal part, the healthy aspect of it, I take responsibility, I repent, I try harder. But it is not shame in the sense that I'm so bad that I'm going to stop trying. That's unhealthy. Gratitude has been found to be so powerful, even in treating depression, is that it shifts the focus from the trial to the ease, from the difficulty to the yusr, the ease. And when you focus on what you have, it grows. It actually grows. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِنْ شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. That if you are thankful, I will increase you. This is a principle, this is a divine principle, that if you are thankful, you will get more. And this is something that even secular psychologists are finding. That if you are thankful, you will get more. And that is because what you focus on grows. If you are the type of person And this is where we all have to look at ourselves. Look inside yourself and ask yourself, what do you focus on? What do you focus on? When you're the type of person who is problem focused, you have a very high level of anxiety. And such people have difficulty relaxing. Such people are always, because guess what? Problems never cease. That's what they didn't tell you. That when you get over one problem, guess what? You have another. And so you're never going to get to a point in your life where there are no problems. Doesn't that exhaust you? To have to constantly move from one problem to another to obsess over? That's not how Allah designed us to be. We are not supposed to be carrying the burden of these problems. That's deep. Do you know what la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah means? La hawla means that nothing is going to change. There is no change in state or circumstance. Wa la quwwa. La hawla wa la quwwa. And there is no power or strength. Illa billah. Except by Allah. Whoa. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah is you acknowledging that you cannot make anything change, that you cannot solve any problem, and that there is no power or strength except by Allah. We have to stop carrying the burden of our problems, and we have to turn to Allah. The reason we're becoming so heavy is because we're carrying something we were never designed to carry. Okay? And then some of us, we cannot let go of the control. The feeling that I'm in charge. I have the control. I have the power to fix this. No, you don't. And sometimes that's difficult to accept. But the reality is, you have zero power. Whoa, that's hard. That's actually relieving. You have zero power, and you have zero control. All power and all control belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You understand what that means? When you let go of that, and instead you turn to Allah for help, you will find the weight of a mountain taken off your chest. And all of a sudden you can sleep again. And all of a sudden you can relax a little bit. That is the power of tawakkul. By repenting, by humbling myself, by becoming a better person, then that means it is not a punishment. No matter how hard it is, but if it is making me a better person, if it is bringing me closer to Allah, then it is not a punishment. It is actually a purification, and it is actually a blessing. Only if it is taking me away from Allah is that a sign of a punishment. Only if it is making me angry at Allah or go away from Allah is that a sign of a punishment. Now, even that, even if I find myself in that situation, even that, you can come back and repent and fix. Anything can be fixed as long as we're still alive. So to deal with the pain, one is that changing our understanding. The second is there is a prescription of what we should do every single day that will go a long way in helping us cope with the pain. Okay, you guys ready for this? You don't look that ready. You're like, okay, you're ready for this, right? Are you guys pumped? Okay, I'm in Malaysia, right? All right, I'm not in the UK. Just kidding. Just kidding. This isn't gonna go on YouTube, right? Not London though. They're excitable, but there are some parts of the UK they're just like. Anyways, I'm getting tired. Okay, so basically, what should we be doing every single day? I've already mentioned changing the way we think. The second is the practice of gratitude. They have found that keeping a gratitude journal. This is, again, secular psychology. That keeping a gratitude journal, simply writing down 3 things that you are grateful for every single day. That's it. Write 3 things you are grateful for every single day. That has been shown to help alleviate even depression. That it will have a profound effect. So gratitude. And Allah told us this, that if you are grateful, I will increase you. The practice of gratitude. Changing the way we think. Remember attributional styles? Yeah? Internal, stable, global. Avoiding that type of thinking. Second, practice of gratitude. I told you it's thinking and it's action. Practice of gratitude. Third, studies have shown that one of the most powerful ways to cope with our own pain is to help another person who's in pain. The service to others. Service to others. Giving. Helping. Charity. These are some of the best cures for our own pain. That when you go out of your way to try to help another person who's suffering, it's one of the most powerful ways to alleviate your own suffering.
Okay, sekarang pukul 5.30. Talk habis pukul 6 kot. Ada lagi 2 question. Orang tanya ada sesi Q&A tapi kita orang nak keluar awal sebab dah jam. Lepas tu dia nak balik tengok ni, dah jalan rushing. Tapi overall dia punya talk best lah. So kita orang just skip Q&A sebab ni pun dah nak hujan, kita orang tak bawa payung. Q&A. So siapa yang plan nak pergi training, nak pergi talk by Yasmin Mogahed ni. Mogahed. You better go because it's worth it. Boy, tak nyempat sampai rumah. So lepas ni kalau ada talk Yasmin Mogahed nak pergi lagi tak?
No.
Why?
I won't.
Kenapa? Kata best.
Best, tapi ramai sangat.
Then
I'm just gonna buy the CD or just read her book. Okay, takut.
dia lepas ni kalau dia datang lagi sekali, tengok dia punya tajuk apa dia nak perbincangkan. Lepas tu tengok financial sebab dia punya tiket pun 98. Lepas tu kita ingatkan ada lunch, rupanya tak ada. Lepas tu tempat ni pun waktu lunch dia susah jugalah nak makan. Lepas tu dia punya surau pun kecil sampai ke ni, kena semayang kat tepi jalan.
Yeah.
Not really tepi jalan lah. Macam diorang boleh improve sikit lah apa. Maybe cari tempat yang surau lagi besar ke, ataupun cari apa sponsor untuk makanan yang best-best sikit kan. Kita orang beratur lama gila kot tadi. So tapi overall semua okey lah sebab kita orang datang sini bukan nak makan, kita orang nak dengar dia punya talks.